Hello Sages, and welcome to 2017. My name is Vanessa, also known as Beyond Your Sun Sign. I'm definitely really excited to give you guys your January 2017 read. If you follow numerology at all, 2017 is a huge year because it's a new cycle in numerology. So last year, 2016, was all about endings, closure, and completion, and now 2017 is that fresh start, that new beginning that only comes from the endings in 2016. So we made it, and we're stronger, we're healthier, we're happier this time around, and we know what to do now. Now we have more skills and tools to figure out how to really harness the tools that the universe provides for us through numerology, through astrology, through tarot, through oils, through crystal stones, through whatever tool or medium that you use to get spiritually aligned, essentially. So Sages, you guys are so fun to read for because you're so open-minded. You guys are adventurers, you're travelers, you're philosophers, you're optimistic. You guys are so funny, so fun, and there's never ever a dull moment. I just ran into a moon and Sag the other day, and it's true. Even when they go to the corner store, it is an adventure. Like, it is never a dull moment. So I'm really excited to see what January has in store for you guys. I've already grounded myself. I've already called on the spirit guides, and I knew that it was a good shuffle when I saw this at the bottom of the deck, and this just screams Sag to me. So I'm going to give this one more shuffle for good luck, just so you guys can kind of put your energy into it. I'm reading for Sages for January of 2017, okay? You guys ready? Okay, so this first card that I'm going to pull is your situation for January. So this is pretty much what's going on, what the universe wants you to take a look at, okay? And it is new money, okay? So that's excellent. That is amazing. If you guys were stressing about money in 2016, if you're wondering if you were ever going to get the benefits of what you reaped in 2016, January is really the time when you're going to be able to grasp that. And I say that to you, Sages, because I know that you guys are optimistic enough and accepting enough to allow the universe to serve this to you, okay? And when I say that, I mean that a lot of people have the opportunity to make more money, to make new money, to make, to bring in abundance, but they put up their own blockers, but Sages are definitely equipped and able to kind of see through the reality of the world and just focus on what's in their mind. They're able to kind of travel with their mind to create the world that they want. So you have the opportunity for new money. So open your heart to it, open your life to it, make space for it, and just maintain optimistic and expectant that it's coming in, okay? A blocker and an aid to get to this new money. So something that you're going to have to overcome in order for it to help you get to that place is rest. Really taking that time for yourself at home. I want to say praying, but praying with expectations. A lot of the times people pray and they're able to bring in the healing, they're able to bring in what they're asking for because they're taking out their ego. They're giving it to the higher power that we all have access to, that we're all gifted with and are able to embrace. So it's really just putting those prayers out, those positive thoughts out there. It might be hard at the beginning, that's why it's an obstacle, but it's definitely going to aid you in your opportunities and your new financial abundance, okay? So rest at home. Rest starts at home. Take some time with your family or friends. I'm seeing more of a female energy there. So definitely, talk to mom. What's mom's financial situation? What's, your mother figure, who you think of when I say mom or sister or aunt, someone who's wiser, who can give you kind of that optimism and that advice in order to bring in the abundance that's just sitting there waiting for you to grab, okay? So talk to the females in your life. That could also be a male that has more of a female quality, a male Libra, something like that, where it's some feminine aspect that you admire, that you respect, that you trust, is going to help you with your achievements, okay? So subconsciously, you're wondering what your options are. You've done a lot. Sagittarius have always done a lot. They've always traveled a lot. They've always learned a lot. They love to learn. They love bringing in all that new information, and you guys are so amazing at spreading what you learn. So it's almost like I'm a jack of all trades, you know, and a master of none. That really embodies the Sagittarius energies, is just good at everything, but what's my specialty? So subconsciously you realize your options, but it's really trying to figure out which one is the path for you. And 2017 is able and honoring those options and giving you the opportunity to hone in on one skill. If you had one skill, one passion, one hobby that you were so unbelievably focused and passionate about, 2017 is allowing you to put your energies into that one specific goal and follow it through for the next 9 years. You know, depending on when your birthday is, that could be this year, that could be next year. It really depends on your numerology, your astrology, your intuition, your actions, your innovations, your integrity, and also just going out there and putting yourself out there. You know, you guys can't be boxed in. So if you're putting yourself in this self-imposed isolation, you know, it's getting wintertime, you want to hibernate, that's fine. It really is important for Sagittarius to travel, even if it's just traveling in their mind, online, just educating themselves, getting a different perspective. Travel is definitely an important thing for Sagittarius. If you haven't traveled yet as a Sag, Sun, Moon, Sag, or Rising Sag, this could potentially be the year that you get your passport ready and travel, you know, because that's really going to unlock a lot of things for you going forward, okay? So you're seeing your options, and you're wondering how to get to that one financial abundance aspect, that new financial prospect. But like I said, rest at home is the most important medicine for you to get there, okay? So thought process, you are thinking a lot about your finances, you're more focused on your finances, which is a good thing. But make sure that the focus that you're putting on your finances, is positive. You know, there's no point of worrying about finances. Just expect that you'll always be taken care of, and that expectation will manifest the security that you so desperately crave and that we all so desperately crave. I know it might be easier said than done, but I'm telling you, in 2017, you have all of the support from the universe to start manifesting the life that you want. And I'm telling that to every sign. You know, this really is the year that we're going to start to realize our power as humans, and that, you know, we don't need a government, we don't need any authority, because we are our own authority and we decide the lives that we want. We don't need to make sacrifices. We don't need to sacrifice our happiness for other people's happiness, because as I'm sure you know by now, the people that care about you, to make them happy, they want you to just be happy. That's all that you can do, you know, is just be happy and spread that positivity, spread that radiance, spread that love, meet everybody from your heart and meet their heart. You know, that's all that we can do, is take the ego out and just focus on our happiness, which is not egotistical, which is really the most basic and pure natural feeling that we can feel. And as a Sag, you know exactly how easy it is to be optimistic and how to be joyful. It's really just harnessing that birthright that you've been blessed with as a Sag. So in the immediate past, there was a lot of struggles with, especially empowerment, you know, just feeling secure in your own shoes in the path that you've taken. I'm feeling a lot of stomach issues, maybe just an uneasiness with where you're going. You know, 2017 can either be a blessing and a curse, because we feel this new energy, we feel this freshness, but it's almost like, how do I harness it? How do I start something new? Where do I even begin? So that can really unsettle some people. Pay attention to your body. If something is unsettling your stomach and it doesn't feel right, and it doesn't give you that feeling in your heart, then say no. You know, it really is as simple as that. Go with what makes you feel good. That's really all we can do, and that's all that we're asked to do, really, is just do what makes you feel good. Everybody is focusing on their own happiness, so it's time for you to start focusing on yours, you know, and you are about to have that money to help you with whatever makes you happy, because, you know, putting money or energy, any type of give and take out there, you're going to get back what you want. So when you're putting out money, do it from a place of abundance. Don't do it from a place of lack or guilt. Do it from a place of, I have more than enough. Here you go. You know, and then guess what? You're going to have more to give. The universe loves rewarding us for giving from a place of love. That's the most basic and important lesson that I've learned in my journey, is just really giving from a place of abundance, giving whatever I can, whenever I can, you know, even if it's just a smile. If I see someone on the street who, you know, especially kids, like, people don't smile at or say hello or good morning or how are you to kids nearly enough, and kids are the easiest person to open yourself up to and just say hi and to just start that day on a high note. So give it a try. Be the humanitarian that you guys are, just like the Aquariuses, you know, kind of take after them when it comes to being out in the community saying hi, because you never know what you're going to get back and what you're giving to that person that's going to make you feel better, and that's going to make them feel better, right? So future card is really revealing your strengths, revealing some sort of religious, not religious, but spiritual understanding. You know, spirituality and religion really can get intertwined. And as a spiritual being, you don't need to have dogmas. You don't need to have a belief system. You can just be. You know, your religion could be love and kindness. It doesn't even have to be religion or religious. You don't have to go to church. You don't have to, you know, pray in a rosary. Sometimes it really is, especially as Sagittarius, you guys are philosophers, right? You guys really can pick apart religions and beliefs, but when do you start to figure out your own? You know, why don't you start picking apart your own belief system and trying to understand where they're coming from? Because I can guarantee they're not yours. You know, Sagittarius are way too open-minded to be stuck into some box that was created for them from their family or their roots or whatever, or even just from their peers. You guys can create your own belief system, what makes you happy, and spread that, because it will come from a place of love. And that's the most important thing. So like I said, in the future, something will be revealed to you guys, whether that's just that you're being more spiritual, whether that you're not speaking your truth enough, you know, just really honoring your passions, who you are. Sagittarius are so friendly. They pick up so many different energies, just like the empath. So it's really trying to figure out who you are, who you are. What face are you showing the world? What face are you showing to your family? What face are you showing to your spouse? And what face do you show to yourself? It might be time to merge those faces together and really honor your truth, okay? So you right now are looking, so there's a lot of money on the board so far. There's a lot of money and there's a lot of work. There's a lot of action. And Sagittarius are fire signs, and they're able to adapt very easily to new situations. So it's really time to initiate. If you want to make that coin, that money, that empowerment, whatever that means to you, it's time to put some action forward, because it's not just going to come to you by sitting on your couch and waiting for it. The universe will only reward those who are actually making an effort. So a lot of the times, it's just the first step. It's taking that first step, seeing what doors are opening. You've totally looked back at your life and your accomplishments, and it does make you feel good. Totally. You guys work hard. You guys have amazing friends. You guys have amazing stories and experiences. That's why you guys are here, is just to share that with us, because everybody else is so boring. Like, I'm bored. Like, when I'm bored, I go to my brother-in-law's. He's a Moon and Sag, and it's always an amazing time, just because they're fun, they're open, they're non-judgmental, they're so accepting, right? So take a look at what you've accomplished so far and honor yourself, because you've come a long way, and that's something that should absolutely be recognized, especially when it comes to your empowerment, especially when it comes to the money that you've made, the accomplishments that you've made. You're doing well, okay? Don't stress, because you're on the right path. You know, any path that you're on is the right path, no matter what. That is the path that you've chosen, so that is the path that you're meant to be on. Never doubt that, because it's just your ego talking. It's just telling you to want more. And the ego, I was just learning last night, that just blew my mind. The ego doesn't want to have. The ego wants to want. So keep that in mind. When you get to that place, when you get that thing that you want, guess what? The ego is just going to say, what about this? What's a new shiny object? So it really is, the ego pulls you out of the present moment. It really is time to focus more on what you already have, being grateful for what you have, even if it's just the clothes on your back, because that is what's going to make you feel the most complete, the most whole. You know, it's not the pursuit of happiness, it's realizing that happiness is right in front of you. Sometimes it's right in front of your nose, aka it's your next breath. You know, some people are just so happy to be alive. So if you are alive, which I'm sure you are, be grateful, because that's a gift, okay? Your family and friends, they are doing well. Maybe a pregnancy, maybe a creation, some sort of creative project, some sort of fruition coming. Probably a lot of pregnancies this year with the new beginnings, just because, you know, we're in such a fertile place that it just makes sense. So pregnancy, birth of femininity, birth of a creative project. Help your family and friends in that aspect. If they're acting weird, it's because they're trying to birth something. They're trying to do something that comes so easy to Sages, which is just come up with an idea and create it. You know, Sages are really able to think of an idea to get, especially based on all of their perspectives. So their ideas are always so unique and so larger than life that your family and friends are asking you to help create with them. You know, whatever that means to you. A lot of the times people think creation. I'm not creative. They think it means creating art. No, a lot of the times creation is just creating a routine, creating a structure, creating a plan for life, creating anything. You can create your day. You know, yesterday I had my nephew over and I told him before we go out, we're going to have the best experience when we go out. We created our experiences by saying and by opening ourselves up to these amazing experiences. Okay, so you can do that. You can create it just by putting the intent out there. Help your family and friends with your optimism and with your creative talents. You're able to do that, okay? So it's really time to start sharing that gift, because it's too dormant and it's been too late for too long, and your family and your friends need you. The world needs you. The world really needs us all to step into the people that we're going to be and really open ourselves up to, you know, to experiencing life and to bring life in. You know, for too long we've been focused on the negative news, on whatever's going on in the world. There's always going to be 3 bad stories, but I can guarantee you there will always be one story that is so much more powerful and so much more heart-filling and heartwarming than any amount of negative stories. Positivity is so much more powerful than negativity. Yes, negativity spreads like a weed, and that's why we have, you know, influx of negative news, but a lot of the times it's just reading that one news report that just changes everything around. So if you're going to watch the news, do it from a place of information. Do it from a place of realizing that, you know, that's their journey. I can't save the world. All I can do is spread love. That's literally all you can do. You read about the news, something bad, that sucks. I'm sending love, and I'm expecting that it's all gonna work out for them. And if it doesn't work out in the way that they want it to, I'm sending them peace, that they can accept that was their journey and that's just what their story is. And when you start to do that, you can start to accept it for yourself as well. What's my story? You know, what have I not accepted from a place of love? Because you can have the worst possible story, but you never know how it's going to turn out, and you never know if it's the best thing for you. You know, that's just what it comes down to. It's not until you're, you know, on your deathbed or at the end where you really start to realize, like, oh my God, if that horrible thing didn't happen to me, this amazing thing wouldn't happen to me. And that's what 2016 and 2017 is really showing us. 2016 had some, you know, negative situations, but we have no idea what those negative situations are bringing in 2017. You know, every new beginning comes from some other beginning's end. Like, it's just what it is. Okay. Hopes and fears. So you hope to build something. You hope to be admired for your building. You hope to create love and to create optimism and creativity in your life and kind of be seen on that pedestal. But what does that mean? When you're in someone's eyes, when you're up here on this high pedestal, you have further to fall. So acknowledge that you're fearful to rise, and also acknowledge that you hope to rise, and kind of work yourself through that. Where are those fears coming from? Why are you afraid to build? Why is that a scary subject or a scary situation for you? What do you have to do to overcome that? What I've been telling pretty much every video now that I'm realizing, because it always seems to come up, is Saint Germain's violet flame. But I realized last night there's an even easier way to do that, and it's what Bruce Lee did. So Bruce Lee, whenever he had an issue or a fear or some negative quality in himself that he wanted to get rid of and that he didn't want to own and allow it to consume his life, is he would visually write it out. So let's just say insecurities, so you in your mind, mentally with your third eye, you're writing out insecurities, and then you're taking a lighter to it and you're just burning it, and then all the ashes are on the table or whatever they're on, just blow them away. They're gone. So when it comes to that fear, burn it. Literally burn it in your mind. Literally burn it in real life. A lot of the times it really is writing it out. I'm fearful of achieving because my parents always said that, money is the root of all evil. So I'm terrified to even make money. Write that out, and then set it on fire. Burn that shit down, because it's not serving your highest good. So get rid of it. 2016 is giving you a chance, a fresh opportunity to get rid of anything in the past. And 2017 is all about fresh new beginnings. You don't want to be carrying that baggage from the 9 years prior to the next 9 years. You have the opportunity now to really get rid of what is no longer serving you. The universe supports you. It's really as simple as acknowledging what's holding you back and letting it go. You don't need that. That past isn't you. You have the opportunity to be a new you every single day. You don't need to be caught up in other people's perspectives of you, because if you look around, your friends and family have changed too. And was you holding them back, stopping them from changing? Your perspective of who they were 5 years ago, did that stop them from growing and changing? No. So allow yourself to grow and change without your family and friends' opinions and beliefs of you to hold you back. It's safe to look within. It's very safe to take a look within and see what's going on, and get in touch with who you are without other people's perspectives of you. That's not fair for you. You deserve more than that. And you are the only person that can give yourself that gift of acceptance. Once you start to accept yourself, it's going to be a lot easier for you to accept other people, which already is easy as a Sag. You guys are so non-judgmental because you realize that every person has a story to tell that you so desperately crave. You want that knowledge. You want that different perspective. So give yourself that opportunity. You're allowed to. Okay. Final card is a harder one for sure. It's not going to be the easiest one, but it really is about moving on. Like I said, move on from what you think you were. Be like the Scorpio, setting himself on fire to be reborn, to transform into a phoenix. Scorpios rule transformations, and we all have something to learn from the other signs. The other signs have a lot to learn from you, just as much as you have to learn from other signs. So take it like your Scorpio's right before you, which means that you've already mastered that sign. That's what that means. Look at the Capricorn, who's already mastered the Sagittarius. Look at the Scorpio and see how far you've come. Okay? So enjoy 2017. You got some newness coming in, and I'm excited for you guys, and I'll see you guys in February, okay? Have a good one. Bye, guys.